Alright guys, it is now Friday night. Well, Friday evening. I finally did it. I got my hair cut. I did wind up going to the place around the corner for me. That was a good decision. I didn't want to head all the way back downtown to Dara's, even though I will be back to use him. I just didn't feel like going for that walk, you know. But the one around the corner did a great job, excellent job. And it was $1 more, it was $3 instead of $2, but still, like I said, back where I come from, just for a very basic haircut anywhere, you're gonna spend between $8 and $12 and up if you want extras. So I finally got that done. It looks good, it feels good. I can finally feel some breeze on the back of my neck, which is always nice. Also earlier, got another bag of rice. At the old market. Necessity. We got, I never knew exactly how much it costs usually. Sung picks it out. There she is. Seng picks it out, and then she just looks at me and says $1 or $2, but then there's always a bunch of change that comes back because she's not familiar with the system we use, like $1.50. She's not familiar with that. If it's more than $1, she'll just say 2. If it's more than 2, she'll say 3, etc. But this time I looked, the rice we get is jasmine rice. It is only 70 cents per kilo. So we bought 2 kilos for only $1.40, which is an incredible deal. For those in America, a kilo is 2.2 pounds. So we basically bought about just about 4.5 pounds of rice for $1.40, and that will last, depending on how much we use it, at least a week, maybe longer. Sometimes we eat noodles, sometimes it's rice, but I really do like the rice with those deep, heavy soups. You pour some of that broth on the rice, it's a perfect combination. It's delicious, it's filling. All that good stuff. So all that is now done. I'm ready for Monday. And right now we're just down here walking by the where they had the foam party from my you can see that on my New Year video. Going for a little walk. Might stop and get something to eat. Still pretty warm outside, even though the sun's starting to go down. And like I said, she doesn't have to cook every single meal. Not necessary. Talk to you guys later. Okay guys, we just got through watching a preview performance, if you will, from the Phare, or Phare, P-H-A-R-E, Phare Circus show they have nightly, I believe twice nightly here in a seam reap. That was amazing. The acrobatics and the precision some of this stuff took blew my mind. It was absolutely great. I didn't get any video with this GoPro because of course we had to stand a fair distance away because they were flipping and running, and you know, you have to keep your distance, and from where I was standing I would have been able to get footage, but it would have been too far back, and it really wouldn't have captured all the awesomeness. I did, however, take some video with my phone, 5 different clips of 5 different performances. As of right now, I have never tried to take video from my phone and put it in a video interlaced with what I have on my GoPro, but I'm going to try to do that. So what I'm saying is, if the next clip you see is of those performances, I hope you really enjoy it. If it is not, that means I'm not technically proficient enough to figure out how to add it. And suffice it to say, you'll have to go to my Facebook page, links down below. Scroll through my posts till you find them. They're short. I think the longest one is like 1:24, and then a couple under a minute. So but you should check that out. These guys are amazing. The full show, they did hand out brochures, of course, and I hope you can see that. Cambodian Circus, and there you can see the prices. Depending on which section you want to sit in, it's anywhere from $38 for adults down to $18 for adults. And like I said, they do this every night, and all the performers train in Battambang. But the good thing is that they're not trained when they first start. They're simply young people who are looking for an opportunity to do something with their life, get out of poverty, and express their artistic side. And they train hard. They have to, for what for what you're either about to see, or if you go to my Facebook page and see, you'll see that this is not something you'll pick up in a week. So kudos to them. That was an amazing short preview performance, and I'm definitely gonna go check out the main show one night because it was amazing. All right, talk to you guys later. Hey, I hope you all enjoyed those mini performances by the Phare Circus performers. Pretty good stuff. I did have to do a little extra work to get those in the video. I try to import the videos directly from my phone. However, my editor didn't recognize the format from my phone, so it would not let me put them on the timeline for the video. So I used a converter called FreeMake, and basically you put your videos, you import your videos to FreeMake, open them up in FreeMake, I mean, and then you can convert to any number of available options they have on the drop down menu. So I converted them all to MP4 so I could add them to this video. However, as you noticed, because I'm using the free version of FreeMake, they do have the watermarks and the advertising for their site on there. The only way to remove those is to purchase the paid version. And I've had this program downloaded for a few months, but this is the first time I've ever actually used it, so I don't see any reason to pay for something I'm not going to use that much. Just happened to pass by a travel agency downtown when we were walking around, and this particular agency said that because I had already got my first 3-month extension under the EB visa, that they could not extend it again without a work permit. Of course, I'm not going to be able to get a work permit in time before my visa runs out, but the gentleman said because the 3-month visa is a single entry, that all I would have to do is go to another country, wait 24 hours, come back in, and I would be able to get my EG visa for 6 months, if that makes sense. The thing is, once you leave the country on a 3-month visa, because it's single entry, as soon as you leave Cambodia, it invalidates that visa. So you leave, wait 24 hours, come back, and you can get another type of visa. So it's all going to work out. It's just going to be some extra money. I still need to go next week and apply at all the schools, but I won't be able to start right away because I am going to have to make that little trip. I'll get a round trip ticket from AirAsia. They're really cheap. Not going to be carrying a lot of stuff, just a backpack. I'll probably fly to Vietnam, Saigon probably. I'll do some research, see where I want to go for 24 hours. And the good news is, hey, you'll get to see some footage from Vietnam. Should be exciting, fun, adventurous. It's all part of the adventure. Of course, I talked to a guy who lives in my apartment building. He's from Scotland. Very Scottish gentleman. I was talking to him actually right before we left, and he was telling me that he's been using the same place since he's lived here. He's lived here for 5 years. He's on the same type of visa I am, EB, and he just got his renewed in February, and He said the place he goes to never gave him any problem. He goes in, says he wants to extend for a year. He gets it back a week later, and he gives him $300. That's what I want to do. He told me if it didn't work out for me today, to talk to him, and he would show me where the place is that he uses, see if I have better luck. So I will try that before I actually book a flight to Vietnam, but worst case scenario, I leave for 24 hours and come back. Doesn't really change anything. Just start work a week later. And actually, that might not even be the case. I could start working right away and just plan that for a Friday. Fly into Vietnam on Saturday, come back on a Sunday. Still be able to catch school on Monday. But I do feel better now knowing that option is available, and that they're not just going to tell me you had 3 months, that's your only chance, now you can't come back. Because that wouldn't be the end of the world, but it would definitely disappoint me. Of course, if that happened, I would probably just go live and teach in Vietnam. Even though Vietnam does have this official rule that you do need a bachelor's degree on top of your TOEFL certificate in order to legally teach in the country. There's a large majority of people who do not have a degree who are teaching there. There's actually a group on Facebook that you can join, kind of an underground teachers in Vietnam kind of group, where people will give updates on which schools are hiring and which ones are willing to bend the rules. Because the thing is, with countries like that require like a bachelor's degree, the problem for the country is that they have a enormous need for English teachers. But they never have enough candidates that fit all the qualifications. So there's a lot of schools who are willing to forego that just because they're in need of English teachers. Now, as I said, I don't want to do that. I like Cambodia. I love Cambodia. I'd rather stay here. But options are available is what I'm saying, so it's not the end of the world. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Plus, I know that there are agencies here who will push something through for you. They have contacts. Whereas other agencies, well, let me just say that some agencies will play strictly by the rules and some will bend them a little bit if you're friendly and nice and they feel you're worth the time. So we'll try a couple different things here, and as always, I will let you know how it goes. Talk to you later.